Hi everyone, I'm Ali Greymond. Today I just wanted to tell you that if you're having a hard time right now, you have to push. You can't say, oh, I can't do this. I'm never going to recover. It's never going to work. If it worked for me, if it works for countless other people, it will work for you. But it will not work for you if you don't do the recovery work at all. 5% a day, increasing by 5% in 20 days, you will get to 100%. And again, I always kind of stop myself and say, okay, there'll be days of setback, there'll be days of nothing. But even with a lot of bad days, in 2 months, you should be in a much better position. It's just making it a point to do a little bit better each day. Don't try to do a lot. Don't take it as all or nothing. Do something every single day and just like, okay, I'm gonna do this little thing. Okay, now I'm gonna do this little thing and another little thing, and just keep going like this to the best of your ability. If you have stress coming up, if you have important get-togethers, work events, home events coming up, that's really gonna increase, most likely, not for everybody, but for most people, it increases their anxiety. So you have to take that into account. Reduce stress as much as possible. Allow yourself time to rest. And it doesn't necessarily mean sleep, but just give yourself time to heal. If you're always running a million miles an hour, never mind that that's already happening in your head, but also if it's happening in life as well, you're showing your brain that something is wrong. I'm always stressed. I'm always on the go. You need to show your brain that everything is fine. And if you examine your life, I bet if you feel like this, if you feel like that you're really stressed out, a lot of the stuff that's happening actually is maybe stuff that you don't necessarily need to do every single day, right? Because everything we do kind of divides into things that we do and things that we really need to do. And those amounts are very different, right? So, you can delegate to other people. Maybe some things can be put off till later. Give yourself time to heal. I do highly recommend meditation. And again, you can't recover from OCD by doing meditation alone. You have to do ERP. ERP is really not an option when it comes to OCD recovery. When clients come to me and they're like, I think just because of how much I talk about medication, and I don't really always talk about it in the most positive light. People kind of almost like shy to tell me that they take medication. But realistically, if you feel more comfortable and it helps you, you feel like it helps you, okay, take it. But you have to make ERP your priority, because without it, nothing is. It. I mean, medication can only take you, 10%. Okay, maybe if I'm being extremely generous, maybe 20%. That's it. So you're still gonna have 80% OCD rather than 100% OCD. You'll have 80. The difference is very marginal, because from 8 out of 10 to 10 out of 10, it's the way I look at medication is it might give you a little bit of something for you to push in ERP. Meditation will give you also a little bit of, yeah, a little brain room, right? A little de-stress to push in ERP, but ERP is your primary and only job. This is the thing that matters. And if you start to think, well, but this is not my most important job. I have my family, I have my job, I have this, I have that. Well, that can all fall apart if you don't take care of this. So no, this is still your most important job. And you need to take it all the time like this, that every single day, what am I doing? What am I working on? I'm working on my OCD recovery, and then the rest of the stuff as well. And it kind of works together, right? Because when you're working on OCD recovery, the whole point, how do you work on it? By disregarding the thoughts and focusing on your real life. So it kind of goes hand in hand. You don't have to spend extra time. I mean, for some people, if you're doing on purpose exposures, but generally you don't. You just need to live your life, but you're doing it consciously, where no, I'm focusing on this. I'm not giving myself time to ruminate. I'm not giving myself time to do compulsions. I keep going. Step by step, day after day. That's how I've recovered. That's how my clients recover. That's how you can recover if you just keep pushing. No matter what somebody said on the internet, well, my doctor told me. Well, your doctor probably has not seen that many people with OCD. I mean, unless you're seeing a specialist, most likely not. So trust. Don't even. I mean, it's easy for me to say trust me because I see the other end of it, right? Like I see other clients recovering, but you only need to trust me and other people who have recovered for a little bit until you see it working on yourself. It's only in the beginning when you haven't tried ERP, haven't seen any progress, right? Um, that's when you kind of have to go off of trust. But once you start to see progress and you can say, oh, you know what, just by doing ERP alone without medication or anything, for example, I went from 10 out of 10 to 8 out of 10. Well, if I overcame the hardest part of it, why wouldn't I be able to go from 8 to 6? And why wouldn't I be able to go from 6 to 4? And why wouldn't I be able to get rid of it completely? So from that point on, you don't have to trust anybody else. You see it in your own example. You see that it works, and that will give you power. But it's just in the beginning, it's just like little steps, one foot in front of the other, keeping going. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find my videos helpful. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I do daily videos about all things related to OCD recovery. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.